Hey guys, what up? What's good? Hey guys, what's up? Ignore me. Sometimes I don't have no sense. Well, most of the time I don't have any sense. But anyway, pretty short video because I have to get out of here to go and give people salmonella. So, a couple of weeks ago, Huda debuted two new Obsessions palettes. The mini ones for $27 at Sephora. The first one is called Coral Obsessions, which I did not pick up because you guys know that I don't use warm tones. And the second one is called Gemstone Obsessions, which I did pick up and I'm going to show it to you today. However, before we do that, just be sure to hit that subscribe button below, like or thumbs up this video, and leave a comment. I came out with two new Obsessions palettes a few weeks ago. I had already done a video for this one, but I don't know what happened to the footage. She came out with two. There is one called Coral Obsessions, which I did not pick up because it is a whole bunch of very, very warm tones. And then there's this one, Gemstone Obsessions. Now, this is my second palette from Sephora. The first one came completely shattered. I showed you that in my nude sticks video. I showed you both pictures of both the original palette that I got that came completely shattered, and then the second one that only came with one shade shattered. This is the second one that only came with one shade shattered, and that's a shade right here, which is kind of sad because that's the shade I really wanted. But in any case, since it wasn't terribly shattered and the colors were just so pretty, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and kind of show you a little bit of what this palette looks like. So you can see the shadows from top to bottom. The shadow that actually shattered right here was the one that called me when I first saw the palette. That was the one that called me, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. And wouldn't you know, that is the one shade that came broken. I'm not going to get another one, so whatever. But yeah, this is what the palette looks like. Now, this is a high shimmer, high shine. Some of these shades are metallic, some of them are shifter shades as well. They are shades that you can combine to create new shades. For instance, this pink shade right here and the purple one right below it. This is what they look like. That's the pink shade, that's the purple shade, and this is what they look like when combined. So they can be combined to create new colors. This top shade right here, the very first shade in the palette, is actually a shifter shade, and that's what it looks like right there. It looks like a mint green. That's the one that I'm using on my inner corner, but it is also the shade that I have over the black eyeshadow that I laid underneath it, because once you put it over a black, it becomes a completely different color. So it is a very versatile palette as far as I'm concerned. However, at the same time, it is not a complete palette. If you want to use the shades in this palette, you won't be able to use them for a complete look because they're all high shimmer shades. I mean, if that's your thing, go ahead and do it. But if you want matte shades, and if you want transition shades, and if you want outer corner darkening shades, you're going to have to either go in with another palette or go in with singles. In order to get the look that I have on my eyes right now, I had to also go in with this Beauty Treats palette, as well as my Illamasqua Rose Gold palette. Yeah, this is, I would call this particular palette an accent palette. It has some very beautiful shades. I'm going to give you swatches of pretty much all of them. These are the other two shades from the top row, second one, and the third one. Now the shades don't have any names, obviously. Well, maybe I won't give you swatches of all of them because I don't have that much real estate on my arm. But yeah, I'll give you the most interesting looking ones. That purple is divine. And for those of you that like super warm colors, there's this beautiful red. So yeah, definitely not a standalone palette, high shimmer palette, high glitter palette, a couple of shifty shades, like seriously, look at that. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I don't own any other Huda palettes except for the Mini Obsessions palettes, so I can't speak to the quality of the other palettes, but I've heard that the Mauve Obsessions palette, not the Mauve Obsessions, sorry, the new Coral Obsessions palette is very dry and the colors are powdery and not very pigmented. I would probably attribute that to the fact that that is a more matte palette than this Gemstone Obsessions palette is. So I would probably attribute it to that, because I do have other Mini Obsessions palettes and they have matte shades in them, and I don't have a problem working with them. They're pigmented, they're very blendable, so I don't have an issue with those. But the person who said that also had the larger Huda palettes, and she said that the quality was different from that as well. I don't own any of the larger Huda palettes. For one, I wasn't going to get a palette with a see-through panel for $65. That just wasn't going to happen. No matter how much I like the brand, that wasn't going to happen. She said that the quality was different on the large palettes than it was on her Coral Obsessions palette, and she attributed that to it being made, the Coral Obsessions palette being made in PRC. Now, sometimes when you get shadows that are made in PRC, they're really terrible, but sometimes they can be good as well. And like I said, I haven't had any issues with the other two Mini Obsessions palettes that I have, and both of them are made in PRC as well. So take that as you will. As for the longevity of the shadows, like I said, with just about every other Huda product that I've tried, I've had no issues with longevity. The colors stay very vibrant. Girl, I need to eat. That's what this is. I haven't had any issues with vibrancy, with staying power, or with fading with this new Obsessions palette, but once again, I didn't have those issues with the other ones that I own either. So as far as I can tell, there really isn't a whole lot of difference in terms of formula, longevity, blendability. There's no slip in formula as far as I can see with this new one. I can't speak to the Coral one. I can only speak to the Gemstone one. So as far as I can tell, in between that one and the other two Mini Obsessions palettes that I own, there really isn't a difference. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm stupid, so I need to go eat. Like I said, this wasn't going to be an overly long video. I just wanted to come out here and throw this little palette at you. Wait, what? Anyway, you know what I mean. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go eat. As usual, it's been fun. Wait, what? I'm probably gonna throw some video of me doing this eye look somewhere in the video as I'm talking, maybe. I don't know yet. But yeah, guys, as usual, it's been real, it's been fun, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.